Hey, it's James with the Latte Fun Fishing. If you're new to our channel, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Now let's get on with the video. Today is Tackle Tuesday, and I'm just fixing up one of my lines here. I got a few chafes in it, and I want to talk about one of my favorite rigs. This is a bottom rig, and I'm going to show you how I tie it. It's real simple. If you're new, you're going to find this really interesting. If you're a more advanced fisherman, you're probably going to find this boring and it's not going to do much for you. But I'm going to show you anyway how I do it. So here's what I got. This is a 30 wide pin Warfare, and I've got it spooled up with some fresh 30-pound Andy high vis green. And here's what I like to do. This is how I tie my bottom rig. Now I know there's a bunch of ways to do it, but this is how I do it. I simply double the line, right? And I'm going to tie an overhand knot around both lines. Now I'll zoom in on this so you can see it a little better. But I just want to tell you what it is I'm doing. Simple as that, right? Now I'm going to take that same loop that I just created and I'm going to go around the main line one time. That's it. Simple as that. I'll cut off my excess. Get that up there where you can see, because I don't need that tag end to be that long. Alright, now this is the bottom of my line, right? So I'm going to take that loop that I just created and pass through the eye of the weight and loop it around the weight. There it is. That easy. I'm going to come up my line about 2 feet, right? I'm going to create another loop. This is where I'm going to attach my hook, and I'm going to do it the same way. A simple half hitch, and I'm going to go back around the main line one time with a second half hitch. There's my loop. Now for this particular application, one of my favorites is a 3/0 circle hook. I'm going to pass the loop through the eye and go around the hook. Just like so. And there it is. There's my hook. There's my weight, about 2 foot down from the hook. And simple dropper loop. Very, very effective. So again, I'm going to do that one more time and I'll zoom in and you can see it a little bit better. Here we go. Okay, here's another angle. So I'm going to do the same thing as before. I'm just going to double my line and create a loop. Just like that. I'm going to tie a half hitch and one more on the main line to attach my weight. I'm going to go ahead and cut off that tag end. And now I can attach the weight simply by pinching down on that loop and passing through the eye of the weight. I'm going to go over the weight and pull it back. Now our weight's attached. Now I want to come up the line about 18 to 24 inches. And I'm going to create a second loop. This is where I'm going to attach my hook. And I like to give myself about 6 inches to work with. That creates a little bit of a standout from your line as well. So I create the loop, and I'm going to tie one more half hitch again on my main line, and that just prevents it from slipping. Now I'm going to take that loop that we just created, and I'm going to pass it through the eye of my hook. I'm going to take the hook through the center of the loop, and it's attached. And that is our bottom rig. Okay, so that was the single. Now if I wanted to do a double, or what they call a chicken rig, I would do the same thing. I would come up about another foot, foot and a half, tie the exact same loop, and add another hook. Now here's what I like about this particular rig. Right now I've put on a 6-ounce weight, but let's say we've got some ripping current. So I want to go a little heavier. Maybe I want to go with an 8 or a 10, because I want to get all the way down to the bottom, but I want to make sure that my presentation is correct. So I want the line to be vertical, right? Straight up and down. I simply slip the weight off. I grab my new weight, grab an 8-ounce weight, and I do the same thing. I pass the loop through the eye of the weight, go around the weight, just slip the weight through the loop, bam, I'm back in the water and I'm fishing. The other thing, it would be the hook size. I like to match the hook size to the bait I'm using. So if I'm using an LY or some live white bait, I'm going to go with the smaller hook. If I'm using a mullet, I'm going to go with a larger hook. So the same thing, say I switch bait in the middle of the day for whatever reason, I caught more mullet than I did LY, I can slide the hook right off. I take my new hook, go with a 4.0 or 5.0, I'm going to put a mullet on. I simply pass the loop through the eye of the hook and go around the hook. And it's on. That simple. So again, there's the rig. And that's it for Tackle Tuesday. Alright, so that's the dropper loop. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. One important thing to remember is how to fish the dropper rig or the chicken rig. Again, when you're bottom fishing, you want your presentation of your bait to be vertical. And the reason is, if your lure is straight up and down, your bait is going to stand out away from your line. This works great. Notice there's no leader. This is straight to the main line. It's 30-pound mono. It's going to give you a little bit of stretch to fight the fish. The circle hook will set itself. You can set it and forget it. Put it on the bottom. If your drag set properly, there's not a bottom fish that you can't catch. This is a great rig for all those tasty critters that you want to put on your table. This is the rig. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm supposed to tell you that. Please help me out. Like and subscribe. We'll produce more content, and you can see again what it is exactly that we're doing when we're out fishing in Pensacola. I've been James, hoping you have a latte fun fishing.